Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Jonathan Mathis, the sports judge. Happy Sunday to you all. Sunday fun day. I'm outside on my patio, getting some fresh air, and it feels really, really good out here tonight. But I want to talk a little NBA basketball with you guys. There is something that everyone is talking about. There is so much buzz surrounding this story, and it's Damian Lillard to the Lakers. Now, do I think it could happen? Anything's possible, right? We always say that, right? About everything. Anything in life is possible. So Leonard's name has been popping up in trade rumors, okay? There's trade rumors floating around the internet. The internet is blowing up right now, and everyone wants to know where Damian Lillard will land next season, if he'll be in Portland next season. Now, he debunked rumors, and he clearly came out and said that none of it is true. He wants everyone to know that he plans on staying in Portland, that he's going to be loyal to the Trailblazers, despite the fact that he voiced his displeasure with the team's current roster. And if he wants to contend for a championship, he's better off leaving, requesting a trade, finding a new city where he can contend for a championship and hopefully win a ring. Because look, Damian Lillard is in the prime of his career. Could it be Dame time in LA? It's a great possibility, but again, Dame publicly clarified that he has not requested a trade and expects to be in a Portland jersey next year, But a breakup between Dame and the Portland Trailblazers seem inevitable at this point. I don't see him staying there because, look, he has made it real clear that he is disgruntled. He has hinted that he wants out, and I think his top priority, now that he is in the prime of his career, is, to pursue a championship. I think that's number one on his list at this point. Look, this is a guy who spent 9 seasons in Portland, hasn't advanced past the first round. He hasn't had that much help. There's nights that he had to carry the team. He had to carry this heavy burden on his shoulder. And, the team right now has limited cap space. They're unable to construct a roster to satisfy Damian Lillard. And, you can only stay loyal to a city and a team for so long. And if they cannot build around you, you become exhausted. You want to play somewhere else where you may have a shot to win before your career comes to an end. And I think he realizes that. I think he knows he's getting older. I think he knows that this is a time for him to win a championship. And so, now you're hearing, where can he end up? The New York Knicks, the Warriors. Those teams, to me, make more sense. Because, look, they have the assets to trade for him. They have the valuable assets to get it done. The Lakers, I don't think they will be able to put together a trade package for Leonard that the Blazers would even consider. Because who do they really have that they can give up and send to Portland? I don't think that will happen. Portland has the leverage in this scenario. Leonard is owed $44 million a year for 4 more seasons. Would it be impossible for the Lakers to do a deal, even if they want to? Absolutely, it would be very hard because, look, Leonard is due for a max contract. So, this would be very, very hard to pull off. I know that a lot of Laker fans would want him. I think he'll be an ideal fit. If he does come here, that would form a trifecta with LeBron James and AD. And I think the Lakers will clearly launched themselves into prime contention and possibly win another NBA championship with Damian Lillard. Because look, I said this before, that is the one shooter that they're missing. They're missing a prolific shooter, and Damian Lillard is that guy. And he fits, he fits well with the Lakers. I think he'll do well here if he comes here. Laker fans continue to remain optimistic. Despite the fact that he publicly clarified that he wants to stay in Portland at least for one more season. But I don't know. I don't know where he'll end up, but it makes zero sense to trade him to the Lakers, to swap him, for another player to LA when that would be helping the Lakers, and Portland doesn't want to help the Lakers win because look, they're semi-rivals, if you say. They play in the same conference, and they have to meet 4 times a season. So I don't think Portland would want to face their former player of theirs 4 times a year. That would be helping the Lakers. So, I mean, realistically, guys, I just don't see it happening. I want to believe that it could happen, but it just doesn't it just seems unrealistic at this point. I think Dame stays in Portland. I think if they do decide to trade him, it'll be midway through next season, and then he'll end up somewhere else. But if I have to choose where he'll end up, it won't be with Golden State. To me, even though it makes a lot of sense, they have the Splash Brothers, and Klay Thompson will come back next season. He'll be healthy. They still have Steph Curry. I just don't see where you could put him. You really don't have a spot for him in that backcourt. You have Klay Thompson and you have Steph Curry. The Knicks make a lot of sense because the Knicks are in desperate need for a superstar player. I mean, I know they have emerging talent. I know they have young guys who have stepped up and have, stepped into the spotlight. You have Julius Randle. You had the resurgent Derrick Rose. You have guys over there that have really stepped it up. And so you have a lot of assets that you can give to Portland, and you can end up with Damian Lillard. So I think the Knicks, out of all the teams that I've been hearing, I think the Knicks make a lot of sense for Damian Lillard. And I think when it's all said and done, that's where he'll end up. I just don't see him landing with the Lakers. I can't see it happening because who is going to want a guy like, Kyle Kuzma? You're going to have to package those guys if you want a chance. And, I mean, I just don't see it happening. Maybe you throw KCP in that package. You might have to throw your future in there. You might have to mortgage your future by giving up Taylor Horton Tucker. That's a guy I wouldn't want to give up because I think you could build around him later on as he continues to develop. So I don't think I could make that move. But it's going to be fun to watch this offseason and see what actually happens. There's a lot of suspense around it. And, you just never know what may transpire in the upcoming weeks, especially with the draft coming up. So, we'll see what happens. But until then, it's just all speculation right now. Everyone is talking about where will Damian Lillard land, where will he end up, and only time will tell. But I wanted to come on and talk to you guys about that. And please leave your comments in the comment section below and tell me what you guys think about this. And we'll talk soon. Okay, you guys have a good night. Take care. See you guys in the upcoming video, and be sure to please subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching. You guys are awesome.